Today I will show you the counter for every top pick meta hero in X-Plane. Let's get into it. First in the list we have Lucas. He's one of the top pick and higher percentage of banning in ranked game. Lucas is known for his quick burst damage and high mobility. He can quickly dive into fights, so your goal is to prevent him from freely initiating and escaping. Choose heroes who can stun, slow, or knock him back. This interrupts his burst and stops him from repositioning. Examples include heroes with hard CC that can lock him down before he deals damage. Consider heroes who excel at dueling or have burst damage of their own, like Dyroth with his high damage skills, Martis with massive crowd control, Freya with incredible physical damage attack, Thamuz for sustain and durability, or Yu Zhong with his powerful passive that can drain enemies' HP. A second hero, we have Khed. Khed is a fighter hero who is tough and hard to take down. In simple words, here's what he can do. He can quickly dash toward enemies, making it hard for them to run away. He can slow or push back enemies, which makes it easier for him and his team to target them. His skills let him stick around and deal damage even when taking hits. Here's a simple way to counter Khed. Use stun slow heroes. Pick heroes that can stop him with stuns or slows so he can't move around easily. When Khed starts fighting, have your team attack him quickly. He's weaker if he can't run away. Get items that give extra health and armor to survive his attacks. Avoid 1v1 fights. Don't fight him alone. Team up so you can take him down faster. Here are the best counter heroes for Khed: Freya, Alpha, Ruby, and Phobus. These heroes can easily go against Khed, having bug sustain and massive crowd control ability. Next in the list we have Badang. With the new revamp, he's been unstoppable in ranked games. Badang is a strong melee fighter in Mobile Legends. Here's what he can do in simple words. He uses powerful punches to hit enemies up close. Some of his abilities can knock up or slow down enemies, stopping them from moving or fighting back. He has high durability, which means he can take a lot of damage. Here's how to counter him in simple words. Use heroes with ranged attacks or high mobility so you can hit him without getting stuck in close fights. Stun, slow, or knock him down with your abilities. This stops him from moving around and dealing damage. Don't try to fight him alone. In team fights, work together to lock him down, and take items that boost your armor or health can reduce the damage he deals. Use heroes who can quickly deal a lot of damage. L. The best hero to use to counter him are Martis, with his crowd control ability. Chu, with his immune skills, can escape from Badang. Phobus, with impressive sustainability, and Benedetta, with her second skill, can counter all Badang's skills. Next hero, we have Phobus. Phobus Revamped is a hero designed to be flexible and powerful in battles. In simple words, here's what he can do. He can move quickly, deal burst damage, hit multiple targets, and adapt into battles. These features make Phobus Revamped a versatile hero who can dive in to damage key targets or help control the flow of battle. To counter Phobus Revamped, try these simple tips. Keep your distance. Use heroes or tactics that let you hit him from far away. Use crowd control. Pick heroes with stuns or slow. Build defensively. Get items that reduce his damage. The best hero picks to counter this beast are Minsithar. With his ult, Phobus will not be able to use his skills. Esmeralda, absorbing all his shields, and Alpha, with his high burst damage skills, can easily take down Phobus. For the next meta XP laner, we have Gatotkaca. Gatotkaca is a tough fighter who can lead the charge in battles. Here's what he can do in simple words: tank damage. He can take a lot of hits, making him great for soaking up enemy damage. Crowd control. He has skills that can slow down or stun enemies, initiate fights. He can dive into the enemy team, protect teammates by absorbing damage and controlling enemy movement. And now, here are some simple tips to counter Gatotkaca. Keep your distance. Use heroes that can attack from far away so you avoid his strong close-range move. Use crowd control. Pick heroes with stuns or slows to stop him from diving into your team. Focus him down quickly. In team fights, Work with your teammates to target and eliminate him fast. Build defensively. Get items that reduce damage or boost your durability to withstand his attacks. Next in the list, we have Yu Zhong. Here's what he can do in simple words. In his normal form, he deals fast attacks and heals himself by hitting enemies, making him hard to kill. He can turn into a dragon, which boosts his strength, speed, and damage. When in dragon form, he can hit multiple enemies at once, making him a big threat in team fights. Overall, Yu Zhong is great at diving into fights, staying alive with his healing, and then unleashing big damage when he transforms into his dragon form. Here are some simple tips to counter Yu Zhong. Use heroes with high burst damage to take him out before he can transform and heal up. Use crowd control. Stuns, slows, or silences can stop him from using his skills. Keep him at range. Ranged heroes can attack him from a safe distance, making it hard for him to get close. The best heroes to counter him are Freya with his sustainability, Lapu-Lapu, Dairoth, and Ruby. These are the heroes that have great lifesteal and sustain for team fights. Next hero, we have Lapu-Lapu. He's one of the most underrated hero in XP lane. Here's what he can do. He's very effective up close, dealing heavy damage with his melee attacks. He can dash into or out of fights quickly, which helps him chase down enemies or escape. His ultimate lets him change form, increasing his damage and defense temporarily. He works well in both duels and group fights, adapting to different situations. Heroes to counter are Glue, Freya, Ruby, and Phobus. Next, we have Ruby. Here's what she can do in simple words. She can dash or quickly move in and out of battles, helping her chase enemies or escape danger. Ruby deals powerful close combat hits that can quickly hurt enemy heroes. Her abilities help her heal or steal life. She has skills that can slow or disrupt enemies. Ruby can dive into the enemy team, focus on key targets, and create space for her allies. To counter Ruby, try these simple tips. Keep your distance. Ruby is strong in close combat, so use heroes that can attack from far away. Focus on killing her quickly before she can use her healing abilities. In team fights, work together to lock her down so she can't wreak havoc on your team. These steps help reduce her impact and prevent her from staying in fights too long. The best heroes counter are Gatotkaca. He can burst Ruby in an instant with his passive that recued enemy's defense. Alpha with great burst skills, and then Terizla with his sustainability. But don't forget to take Dominance Ice to get plus anti-heal against Ruby. Last in the list for this video, we have Hylos. Here's what he can do in simple words. He has a lot of health and strong defenses, so he can stand in the middle of fights and absorb enemy attacks. His skills deal damage in an area, which means he can affect several opponents at once. He can slow down or knock up enemies with his abilities, making it harder for them to move or escape. And now the best heroes counter against Hylos. We have Xborg, Sisi, and Dairoth. Basically heroes that use their skills most of the time, not basic attacks. Some of his skills help him restore health, letting him stay in battles longer. Overall, Hylos is great for being the front line in team fights, protecting allies while disrupting the enemy. And don't forget to take anti-heal to counter Hylos healing. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned something. I wish you good luck with randoms in ranked game. If you liked this video, subscribe and bye-bye.